All right, folks, good evening. This is Matt Mattias for Talk of the Town Productions. Tonight we have another great show, our monthly show. We have a great person with us, actually, Jessie White, our new Secretary of State. Hello, Jessie. How are you?
Matt, how you doing?
Oh, I'm great. And how are you doing? I mean, I know you're tired. And
you're a little tired, yeah.
We're going to try to hurry up and get this done for you, but we need to talk about some things that some programs that you want to implement. But number two, we have Carol Spizzirri with us. She's with Save a Life Foundation, and you and her are working closely together with your school bus driver program.
She's a great lady with a wonderful program.
Oh yeah, and then last month you gave out an award, and we're going to talk about that the second half of the show. But for the first half of the show, Jessie, can you tell us, bring us up to speed from last month? What happened? I know you were busy. You had an election. You won. Your guy won the election. Real nice. You're out there happy. The next day you were all tired out.
Yeah, Walter Burnett, who is the alderman of the 27th Ward, he's the alderman and I'm the committeeman. And we were successful in getting him reelected last night. And so I had to get up bright and early to travel to Decatur, Illinois, where I had an opportunity to visit the stamping plant where they make our license.
Great, that's one of my questions.
License plates. And I was amazed at the fact that the people who actually make our license plates are people who are handicapped or disabled.
No kidding.
It's an amazing operation on it, but one of the things that I'm impressed with, and that is their ability to do their work and do it so well, and they seem to be enjoying, and they take pride in their product.
That's the key, the pride.
And usually people with the kinds of disabilities that they have would normally be on the welfare rolls where we would be paying them, and this is a great opportunity now for them to become gainfully employed and become taxpayers rather than tax eaters.
Right, and they're the people that take the bull by the horns and just keep going with it. They're not going to let their disabilities bring them down.
That's right, and they're not a drain on the system at all.
Right.
And so one of the things that I did, so after I left Decatur, I went over to a school to talk with the kids. This was in Decatur. And then I drove on to Springfield, where I had some meetings, and I met with the Transportation Committee, where I presented my proposal for replating.
Okay.
Our present license plates are about 15 years of age. The average is about 9, and they were made to last for exactly 5 years. And I think that now the people of the state of Illinois have had enough of those old license plates. And during my watch, we plan to put some new license plates on every vehicle, and we're talking about 2 in number.
Okay.
There are 3 proposals. The proposal that I passed to the Transportation Committee this morning or this afternoon said that we would take $9.1 million from the road fund as a part of an advance.
Right.
And they would be paid back within a year and a half. This would be part 1 of a 3-part or a 4-part, or could be a 5-part replating program. While I was sitting there, Representative Brunsville said that there's another proposal out there, and that proposal says that they would take the funds from the General Revenue Fund.
Okay.
Another proposal that is being put forth by the Republicans says that they would increase the license plate fees from $48 up to $75.
I know, I see that here. It says Daniel's transit proposal would raise license fee, and I know you're definitely against that. It's almost doubling it, well, close to doubling. But what would he gain out of that by draining the people?
Well, he seems to think that that's the faster way of replating. That is their proposal. But let me share something that's happening in society that you probably aren't aware of, Matt.
Okay.
There are about 1,600,000 people who don't renew their license plate sticker in a timely fashion.
Right. There's
no incentive for them to renew. We haven't done anything. When you buy a car, you pay your rent, you have a MasterCard, you have your Visa,
right.
Your mortgage note. When you pay late,
there's a fee.
They penalize you.
Exactly.
In Chicago, you have a window sticker.
Right.
You pay $60. If you're late, then it's another $60, plus you tack on a $30 late fee. It's $150.
Whoa.
For the city of Chicago, if you don't renew in a timely fashion. My proposal says that after we have given you the 30-day notice, and then after we have given you a 15-day grace period, and if you don't respond then, your sticker will then cost you double, meaning $96.
Wow.
Now, now the
No,
question,
that's fine, but say you're going to give them an extra 15 days?
give them an extra 15 days.
Well, that's being generous.
And then, hear this.
Okay.
The extra $48 will go into 3 categories: for the library program, the literacy program, and the road program, which will put dollars into our roads and bridges.
And boy, do we
so it's a
need it.
win-win situation.
Yeah.
So the money is actually going right back into the
Sure.
system.
I agree with doubling the fines, you know, for people that are procrastinators and they're always late on that, or people that don't buy it at all. I mean, it's...
Well, then there are about 4 million people who don't buy it at all.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
they abuse the temporary sticker.
Talking about temporary stickers, you and I talked last time, you were wanting to do a different program for the temporary stickers, which I really, really think is a good idea.
We're reviewing plastic temporary sticker, whereby
Okay.
we will give you the plastic sticker,
Right,
a plastic plate,
right.
and then when your new plates arrive, then you will have to give us back the plastic plate.
So in other words, you can't just give you just have a bogus one there. You have to return the one you get from the
That's
Secretary
right.
of State.
That's right. So you won't pass that on to someone else.
Exactly. And
Right.
then you have to display it like a regular license plate.
Yes, you put it right into the area where you put your regular
Oh,
license
that's
plates.
good. At least that'll help curb it down, because that orange sticker there can be reproduced so quick and so often. You know.
Put it on the Xerox machine. Go to Kinko's. One
Exactly.
of those places. Matt, the other thing that I'm going to be involved with tomorrow is the organ donor program.
Okay, great.
As you well know, our good friend Walter Payton is suffering from liver disease.
Right.
And during the auto show, the Chicago Bears came forward with a check for $100,000
Wow.
that would go into this fund. And then the other thing is this: at this press conference that we had about 9 former Chicago Bear football players. And as it turned out, we are going to revisit that situation tomorrow.
Great.
I think it's called Bears Fest.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Something like
yeah.
that. So at 5 o'clock tomorrow, I will be at the Hilton Hotel with the Chicago Bears, and we are promoting people signing on the back of the driver's license, getting 2 witnesses, and making sure the next of kin is aware of the fact that this is their desire.
Right.
And then for those who want to just call in, they can call in and say, I want my name added to the organ donor registry.
Okay.
Thing is this: one person can provide life for up to 25 people.
Holy
There
mackerel.
are some wonderful organs in your body that others desperately need. Would you believe that there are 62,000 people in the United States who are awaiting an organ transplant?
Wow.
Every day, 11 people die because they did not receive an organ in a timely fashion.
Oh, yeah, I believe that. And Carol can testify to that.
Right, and 18 people are added to that waiting list today.
Phew, holy mackerel, that's a
So
lot.
it's important.
Yeah.
Sign on the back of your driver's license, let your next of kin know, and then above all, make sure that you sign up for our registry.
Now, with the Chicago Bears, are they going to give out any autographs for people that sign up? Like
Here's
that?
what they're going to do.
Okay.
When people come in to take their picture or to renew their driver's license or to get a state ID, they will take a picture with one of the Bears football players.
That's cool.
And then that same person will autograph the picture, and then he will also sign the back of the driver's license. So now you have 2 signatures from a famous former Bear football player.
Right.
And then it's a wonderful thing to have on the back of your driver's license. Plus, you're doing a good, noble thing.
Oh, sure.